Hola muchachos, ¿qué tal? Buenos días. Aquí tienen el examen final, el guía de repaso para el examen final, your final exam study guide. Just want to walk you through it and guide you through especially the writing and the speaking section. So outlined here are the main key terms and concepts that we covered thus far this semester. Spending a lot of time in the preliminary chapter with basic vocabulary such as days of the week, months of the year, the numbers, the alphabet, basic greetings and introductions. And we continued that in chapter 1, including some more advanced introductions such as your age and where you're from, and then also the ability to tell time. Chapter 2, we've spent the past couple weeks on having to do with academic life and daily activities. So that's just kind of an overview of all that we covered in the first semester. And then in detail, you have the page numbers that correspond with the textbook that you can go back to if needed and kind of refresh your memory on some of those key concepts. On page 2 of your study guide, you have the writing prompts. And I'm going to go over now what those prompts are asking and then how you can go about the beginning of your responses. So a reminder, you have 5 prompts to choose from. You're only required to answer 3 of them. And then you must write a complete sentence response in Spanish using relevant grammar and vocabulary. The first question is asking, ¿Qué te gusta and qué no te gusta hacer? That question is asking, what do you like and what do you not like to do in your free time? If you take a look at page 79 in the textbook, you have a very robust list of verbs in the infinitive that talk about your leisure activities or daily routine. So pull from this list 3 things that you like and 3 things that you don't like to do in your free time, and then you're going to use the verb gustar in your response, at the beginning of your response. So to talk about what you like and what you don't like to do, we use the phrase me gusta plus an infinitive. And again, the infinitives are all these verbs that are listed on page 79. An infinitive is just the base form of the verb, right? Ending in AR. So to say what you like to do, you would begin with me gusta and then your verb in the infinitive. So back to page 79, me gusta bailar. I like to dance. Me gusta comprar. I like to buy or shop. Me gusta trabajar. I like to work. So in responding to that question, begin with me gusta or a mí me gusta trabajar, dibujar, y bailar. List your 3 verbs in the infinitive that you like to do. And then do the same thing for the 3 things you don't like to do. You're going to begin that response, as you can see on page 80. To say what you don't like, we begin with no me gusta, and then list your 3 infinitives. No me gusta estudiar, esperar, y dibujar. Yeah? ¿Qué te gusta and qué no te gusta hacer? Give me 3 things you like to do. Me gusta, and then list your 3 verbs, and give me 3 things you don't like to do. No me gusta, and then list your 3 verbs. ¿A qué hora es tu clase de? What time do 3 of your classes begin? This has to do with time that we covered together last chapter. Actually, I'm going to look at the study guide. That's an easier way. Time. Here we are, 50 and 51. 50 and 51. So to indicate the time at which one of your classes begins, you're going to say, la clase es a las, and then the time. So, la clase de español es a las 10 de la mañana. La clase de matemáticas es a las 5 de la tarde. La clase de historia es a las 9:15 de la mañana. La clase de arte es a la 1:30 de la tarde. So you're going to put the name of the class right here where it says la clase de matemáticas, la clase de inglés, la clase de español, la clase de, and then the name of the class here, followed by es, and then indicate the time as outlined on page 50 and 51. Let's see. ¿Para qué o para quién das gracias? Who or what are you thankful for? And this has to do with the Thanksgiving activity that we did the week of Thanksgiving. Doy gracias por means I am thankful for, or I give thanks for. So this is how you're going to begin your response. Doy gracias por, and then you identified several things that you're thankful for, but as it says in the study guide, you only need 3. And you have a comprehensive list of things that you're thankful for here, or might be thankful for, that you can include. Yo doy gracias por mi familia, mi mamá, mi papá, mi hermano, mi hermana, mi abuelo, mi abuela, mi amigo, mi amiga, mi cama. A lot of you guys are very grateful for your bed. Mis amigos, mi ropa, mi familia, anything, mi teléfono, mi salud, my health. Salud, I believe, is in here. Yeah, right here, mi salud. So any 3 things you're thankful for, indicate those after you start with doy gracias por, and then list your 3 things that you're most grateful for. ¿Qué clases tienes en los días A o B? You're going to start with yo tengo la clase de, and fill in that blank, en la primera hora. Yo tengo la clase de blank en la segunda hora. Yo tengo la clase de blank en la tercera hora. Yo tengo la clase de blank en la cuarta hora. Fill in that blank with the class that you have, and then indicate the period that you have it. You guys have your class schedule laid out in your notebooks somewhere, and that would be a great resource in response to that question. Finally, number 5, ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿De dónde eres? ¿Cuántos años tienes? You guys know these questions and how to answer them at this point. Yo me llamo, for the first one, and your name. Yo soy de, and where you're from, for the second question, de dónde eres. And then to indicate how old you are, yo tengo such and such años. And again, refer to the study guide for the vocabulary and the grammar for how to answer those. The good news about the writing is that a lot of it is recycled or repurposed for the speaking questions. So you see those same 3 questions that we just answered, what you like and what you don't like to do, your A and B day schedule, what time is it, is going to begin with either es la or son las, and then the time and the time of day. Go to page 50 and 51 for a review of that. A qué hora, very similar to at what time do 3 of your classes begin. Number 9 would be la clase de inglés, or mi clase de inglés es a la, if it's 1 o'clock, or a las, if it's any time that's not 1 o'clock. Take a look at page 51 for support on that. And then finally, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Yo estoy. And if you go to the basic greetings, you can find some adjectives to describe your mood. Bien. Estoy bien. I'm doing well. Estoy mal. I'm doing not well. Estoy así, así. Estoy feliz. Any of those adjectives would work.